On Lisa's birthday, everything seemed perfect: cheerful smiles, joyful congratulations, and a lively atmosphere of a family celebration. Lisa eagerly anticipated the time to unwrap her gifts. Among the many presents, a large, carefully wrapped box stood out. "This must be something special," thought Lisa. She was always curious, and mysterious gifts sparked genuine interest in her. When she opened the box, inside awaited a doll, cute and stylishly dressed, with bright curly hair. It was Mary, the doll Lisa had always dreamed of receiving. She was thrilled with such a gift. Her parents watched with smiles, pleased with her joy. Little did they know what lurked behind this colorful present. At first, Lisa spent every moment with Mary. They played together, went for walks, and even fell asleep in each other's arms. The doll became her loyal companion, her best friend. However, over time, everything began to change. Lisa started noticing strange things. Sometimes, waking up at night, she saw Mary standing by her bed, as if watching her. The doll's eyes seemed alien, and sometimes even eerie. But Lisa dismissed it as her imagination, unwilling to perceive the doll as anything more than just a toy. One day, Lisa accidentally heard a rustle in her room where Mary slept. In the darkness, she glimpsed its shadow moving as if alive. It was creepy, but Lisa convinced herself it was just a dream. At some point, Lisa began to see Mary in her dreams. The doll came to life, strangely smiling and whispering something incomprehensible. Each morning after such dreams, she woke up with a sense of unease. Lisa realized that something strange was happening. Soon, articles about a series of murders in their town began appearing in newspapers. The killings were strange and ruthless. Lisa noticed that after each crime, Mary seemed to undergo a transformation. Lisa started secretly observing the doll. However, every time she tried to uncover the truth, Mary remained motionless, as if nothing was happening. Lisa's suspicions grew, but she couldn't share her fears with her parents. Every attempt to discuss it with them ended with Lisa being accused of excessive imagination. Soon, Lisa realized that her fascination with Mary had turned into a dangerous game, and the question of who was really inside the doll became crucial. Mary, appearing as an ordinary doll during the day, came to life at night in the darkness, silently leaving Lisa's room. The inexplicable events began after one of Lisa's dreams. She woke up to vague sounds and, going into the corridor, found the game room's door slightly ajar. Peering through the crack, Lisa saw Mary standing in the middle of the room, her eyes ominously gleaming in the darkness. At first, Lisa couldn't believe her eyes. She thought it was her imagination, fueled by strange dreams and suspicions. The next morning, she discovered that Mary left every night. Lisa decided to find out where the doll was going. One evening, Lisa hid in the dark corner of the room and waited. When everyone was asleep, Mary, as if coming to life, began to move slowly, step by step, like a shadow in the dark. Trembling with excitement, Lisa followed the doll, feeling each step bringing her closer to the secret Mary was hiding. Soon, Lisa realized that Mary disappeared from the house, sneaking through an open window. Frightened yet determined, Lisa followed the doll into the darkness of the night. Walking along quiet streets, trying to stay in the shadows to avoid being noticed. The doll led Lisa to an old cemetery. Mary stood by one of the ancient marble monuments, and her eyes glowed with a dim light. At first, Lisa couldn't make out what was happening. But gradually, before her eyes, the outlines of children's figures standing around an old maple tree became clear. They were her former classmates, neighbors, even relatives of a deceased girl whose spirit had entered the doll. Mary began to move through the cemetery, and Lisa saw the shadows of children from her past disappearing one by one. Horror gripped her as she realized that each subsequent victim became a part of the doll. Lisa understood that Mary was not just a toy. It was an instrument of evil, carrying the torment of departed children's souls. Every killing, committed by the doll, was an act of revenge and retribution. Stunned by the horror she witnessed, Lisa realized that her friendship with Mary had turned into a nightmare. But she also realized that she needed to expose this sinister plot. With each passing day, she became more paranoid, overwhelmed by the feeling that time was working against her. She started hiding the doll from sight, placing it in the most unexpected places. But Mary, it seemed, had a supernatural ability to find her way back. Lisa resolutely began collecting evidence, photos, recordings, anything that could confirm her story. She navigated through the labyrinth of fear and suspicion, trying to understand how to rid herself of this cursed gift. Hopelessness enveloped Lisa like a murky fog, slowly drowning her strength and hope. Deciding to confide in her parents about her suspicions, she found even close ones, whom she relied on, becoming inaccessible. Her parents met her words with disbelief, looking at her with amazement, as if she were a person lost in absurd fantasies. After desperate attempts to explain that Mary was not just a doll, but an instrument of evil, Lisa found herself sent to a psychiatrist. The meeting only deepened her sense of hopelessness. The doctor, looking down at her with arrogance, claimed that all her experiences were merely the result of stress and possibly illusions born out of madness. Prescribed medications only clouded Lisa's mind. Again and again, she tried to explain that Mary was not just a toy but a creature of evil, but her words were lost in the vast abyss of misunderstanding. She felt her reality disintegrating and desperately tried to grasp the last shreds of sanity. One evening, Lisa heard a quiet whisper from Mary. The doll, like a sinister mentor, insisted that Lisa had no choice but to accept her fate. Mary's gray eyes gleamed with a dark light, like an omen of a storm. But somewhere deep within her soul, Lisa found a spark of strength and determination. She realized she couldn't continue descending into madness. Lisa understood that she needed to stand up for herself. She knew that to defeat Mary, she had to unravel the mystery that the cursed doll represented. On the night when Mary rose again, Lisa made one last desperate attempt. She lured Mary into a specially prepared place where she had gathered photos, recordings, and all the accumulated information. The doll, taking on a human form, engaged in a mental showdown with Lisa. Mary used memories, fears, and the dark corners of Lisa's mind as weapons. Each step Lisa took was met with cunning and aggression from the doll. The battle was not only on a physical level, but also on the level of consciousness. Lisa felt the dark forces fighting against her resolve. Mary, stripped of her sinister form, tried to devour Lisa's will. But now, as Lisa delved into the essence of her fear, she grew stronger. Through the fog of the past, Lisa saw the image of her childhood soul adorned with innocence and joy. Lisa's consciousness brightened like dawn after a night of horrors. Mary's shadow faded away, and the doll, devoid of its dark energy, turned into a lifeless object in Lisa's hands. The final act of the struggle concluded, and Lisa was left alone, but now she was free. Through tears, Lisa realized her victory. She vowed never to succumb to the darkness of her own fears again. Mary, the doll, became a testament to her strength and determination. Leaving everything in the past, Lisa entered a new chapter of her life, where there was no longer darkness and cold, only light and warmth.